ChatGPT has been releasing back-to-back models, which I think kind of stole the show this week. But Grok has actually released fire in the background that no one's talking about. Grok actually released their first version of Grok Studio. This is a game changer because this adds code execution and Google Drive support. As you see in this example, you see that they're actually able to code and use documents within Grok now. They say Grok can now generate documents, code reports, and browser games. Grok Studio will open your content in a separate window, allowing both you and Grok to collaborate on the content together. For the code execution, it says if you ask Grok to generate code, you can quickly see how it runs in a preview tab. You can preview HTML snippets, run Python, C++, JavaScript, TypeScript, and Bash script. As you see in the example, they're doing just that. They're able to have their own code being ran when it's being generated and preview it all in Grok Studio. And this is a game changer because we've seen the top AI models do some type of integrated developer environment, an IDE for short, where we've seen Gemini 2.5 Pro be integrated into Firebase, which is really big deals because now you can use Firebase almost like a Gemini Studio where you can code and preview in real time there. So Grok is just catching up with that by having their own studio. Also, ChatGPT and OpenAI have their own that they can use to preview different code, but they also have Codex. And there's also talks that OpenAI may be buying out Windsurf, which is basically their own IDE that could beat out Cursor and all the other AI generated IDEs. So Grok doing this definitely keeps them in the race when it comes to the top AIs. Not only that, they also have Google Drive support. They says Grok users can now attach files from their Google Drive. Grok can work with documents, spreadsheets, and slides, which makes a lot of sense. Instead of you having to upload one file or another, you can have a group of documents that you can now use so that you can harness the power of Grok. Not only that, just like how ChatGPT has their own canvas where you can kind of organize into a workspace, Grok also has a workspace, and this helps you organize files and conversations to a single place with its own custom instructions. This is almost like having your own kind of personal for a certain task. So maybe you wanted to have a workspace in Grok to help you out with coding. You have another one that may want to help you out with your science, biology, and you can treat it like it's its own personal tutor, which is pretty insane. Not only that, Grok also has released memory. So Grok now remembers your conversations when you ask it for recommendations or advice. You'll get your own personalized, tailored response. And that was something that was just released with ChatGPT not too long ago. So you can definitely see that Grok is definitely on its heels. But the good thing about this feature is that you can allow what you want and what you don't want Grok to remember. So you can have it remember some things and forget others, which is, I think, in my mind, a complete game changer. With Grok being pushed to the forefront like it is, Grok 3 already stole the show when it came to coding and a lot of other benchmarks. So them keep iterating it and making it a part of just everyday life is a lot better. I think that's where ChatGPT sometimes fails at, because since Grok is integrated not only within now Grok Studio, it's also already integrated into X, formerly known as Twitter, because you can ask it different questions about different posts. And with Twitter or X being a current kind of event platform, it's already there, readily available when news breaks, and it's an AI that's ready to do whatever you need to do as news is breaking on the platform. And that makes Grok really powerful and really user friendly. Just like you see with Llama being integrated into Instagram and Facebook, where it's already integrated into a normal people's gathering. With ChatGPT, you usually do have to go out your way to a different app altogether for ChatGPT, as well as you have to do the same thing if you want to do it on your phone or on the browser. It's not really directly integrated into something you already do. Even with Google, Gemini is already incorporated into Google, and they're rolling out AI features into YouTube as well. So these features, I think, are what make Grok so good, and what makes Grok always probably my top 5 AI apps. But tell me what you think down below. Do you think that these are huge updates for Grok and that these are features that were needed? Or do you think with ChatGPT releasing 4.1 Nano Mini and 4.1 regular, as well as now they have O4 Mini and Gemini 2.5, and I think they just released 2.5 Flash, that you think Grok is taking some steps back? But tell me down below what you think. With that being said, your boy Dex9 Dexter out.